We are a part of a planetary system. All the planets in our solar system are affecting us and vice versa. How do we stay in contact with each other? Through light. It's the light. And so the poles right now are being doused with energies. They're called the northern lights, the southern lights. And for those of us who go and present ourselves, the energy available to activate the software programs in your body for the future will be turned on. Now, of course, Mother Earth takes care of everything and everybody. So one of the proofs that we know that this is a special time, a special event in Mother Earth, is that these radiant lights are going to converge all the way from the North Pole and the South Pole to the equator. So everything between will be permeated with this information and this radiance. Now the key here is, are you thinking in terms of what do you want to be? What do the qualities that you want to turn on for the 21st century? Your greatest warrior and blockage at this time is living in your past. These radiances cannot turn on the future if your blood chemistry harbors only chemistry for the past. So you have to make peace with your past and whoever's in it, so that the blood is at a neutral state, so that as the radiance, these auroras, come to the equator, the new software in your DNA, on your chromosomes, known as genes, can be turned on. Now, which ones are going to be turned on? You have to decide by declaring what are the qualities that you want to exhibit in the 21st century. What do you want? We can walk up walls now, we can fly, we can do anything. The software programs are in you. But if you're in the past, that's not going to be turned on because you are still in the past. So please don't be faked out. How many programs they have on TV that are in the past? I can't believe it. I'm like, I grew up with this stuff when I was a little girl. Why are people still looking at this? You've got to go to your present future. This is very, very, very critical. And pay attention to the skies here, because these chemtrails have not helped. There's a group of people who know that these energies are being showered on the planet, and they're deflecting them away with the mirror that is being created by the deposit of all these chemicals in our atmosphere. So the more you can get out, and especially where the cloud diminish is very important, with the focus of what you want to actualize this century. Now I say it this way because human tissue is immortal, indestructible. So I know that our ancestors saw a beginning and an ending, but I'm telling you, if I can keep a heart in a particular condition for 70 years and plant it in a body that wants to live, the heart turns on. We know, for this is the science of transplant surgery. We've been able to do this since 1912. So don't give up on yourself. You want to be here 200, 300 years? Write it out.
Yes.
So that the radiances that will turn that spontaneous regeneration cycle on will permeate your DNA. So this is a whole big teaching. We have universities now that can teach you and train you about your body for you to become immortal, because you already are born that, but you have to have a brain and an awareness to accept these qualities. We teach you that. So again, thank you. And I just want to say again, Chief, thank you for your work. Where's the Grand Matriarch? She was around here somewhere. These are great, great people that have kept the tradition for us, that have made it possible for us to come together. And you have to understand that you and we are one big family. Unite ourselves and do what we need to do. Mexico, it's hard for me to believe, as much as I've been south, that it's something separate. It's like one huge continent to me. I'm not getting this. But we'll have to work that through. But pay attention, look at yourselves and give yourselves a different meaning and a definition, because you are the highest tech. There's nothing above you. Never give your powers away to anything that you think is greater than you. That's not true. So thank you. So I'll have more science and research for you. We're in the process of putting a newsletter together to start sending out this technology so that you can be aware of what's happening. Thank you.
I'm not supposed to be on the mic. Red Tail was supposed to be on the mic, but I guess I'm here. Thank you for coming. This has been a great thing for me to witness. The people that organized this did a wonderful job. I'm proud of them to be associated with them. The different things that we've seen from different communities, it's been nice. I hope we can grow on this. Next year we have another festival to prepare for, and I hope that we can do even better the next time. I do want to say to you to remember to become friends with the sun. The sun, and we're going to have one other person come up and say a few words to us, but the sun is certainly our friend. The codes and the information codes for the advancement of humans is being transmitted through the sun to our genetic structure, to our DNA, to the spaces that exist in our cells that need the upgrade for us to be able to survive and excel in the 21st century. I do want to, there's an elder here that I would like to ask to come forward, Noble Drew Ali, the brother that I've known for a very, very, very long time. I'm sure he has a few things to say that you will find interesting. Let me just turn the mic over to Brother Drew Ali.
Universal peace to all of you.
Peace and love.
At this particular time in the heavens, there is an equator going on, one which will balance what the sister was talking about. The forces within yourself. The statement says, know yourself, that you will know how wonderfully and fearfully you are made by Almighty Spirit, Allah. I am here on this earth by His permission and by His doing. I have been watching so many atrocities. I've been seeing that our children are going into the cesspool, and we say that we love our children. Let's make a big difference. Don't let our children continually be destroyed. They are our dual future. We may find within ourselves an ego to think that we are so much and that we are making something work. We make nothing work. Therefore, we should submit to the higher spirit and quit thinking that we are running something. We operate nothing. In fact, we are all operated by the higher spirits. Why we are seeing this confusion today is because we are in resistance. Man may believe what others say, but thus he'll never know. In order for man to know, he himself must be what he knows. You can't go on what other people say, what they think. What you think even is part about what you know. And to bring about this great movement of human evolution, we need to surrender ourselves to the higher spirits. All cultures are by one spirit. There's only one truth. I don't care what language you speak, what culture you do. The truth remains one, and it's the only thing that changes not in all of the universe. Quit playing with yourself. There's no way out of this but by the way of truth. Truth is what you need. Truth is what you must be. And until you are truth, love, justice will not be available to any of us. We are still looking for others to do for us. No. Do for yourself. Quit looking for others to have pity, empathy. Make it for yourself. Love yourself. Know yourself. And know the divine creator of mother and father who created you. Submit unto them and you will rise. My last and final words, you want to make love, you want to bring these children here, then you better protect them, or else you will deal with me. I am sent here by Allah, divinely prepared. I need no one to believe in me. My mother and father believe in me. Get it together, people. Quit playing. The world is watching you, and the world is waiting for your downfall completely. Stand up for the truth, stand up for justice, and stand up for your ancestors who made it possible that you can be here even today. Quit playing and get real. Thank you.
Thank you, all done. Hotep, peace, Islam, all those good words that we're familiar with. My name is Chief Amariel Enoch with the Lenape-Hawken Nation. I know we have some here from the Lenape Nation, but I'm here from representing the Lenape-Hawken Nation. I want to read what I call an Indigenous proclamation. I'm going to be here a couple minutes, but I do want to commence and commend the sister that spoke with that high science, whether you understand it or not. That was some very, very powerful words that she said. Very powerful. Indigenous proclamation. Hotep, to my indigenous family, we must continue to honor and follow the traditions, customs, ceremonies, and festivals of our ancient mothers and forefathers of this land, that we indigenous people who are the descendants of the divine original people. We, as we the people, which consist of the Indos, and the Indos are what those former Europeans called us when they first arrived here, which means people that are with God. So they knew that we were with God from the very beginning. The indigenous diversity of tribes, clans, Moors, autochthon of the Lenape territory, Marrakesh, these are words that this landmass was named and still is named. Marrakesh, Great Turtle Island, a Latin of the continent Morocco, a maximum Africa, America. Of the north central south within the west hemisphere, land of the frogs, Mu land, Egypt of the west, original hemisphere. We the divine people of the entire landmass, families of the Tama, Tamaray, Mu, Amex, Orthonton, and the true Nubians, Moors, Wishitas are with the claim of the position, life for the tribe's family clans, with the mistakenly wrong act of the position, life with the name labeling American Indians or Native Americans by the Europeans, foreign explorers, who are now with these correction claims of the truth of the ancient Indos indigenous tribe clans. Families of the earth with the claim of the position of life, the fathers, mothers of the many indigenous tribes, people of the many nations, with the facts, truth of the ancient original wedge-shaped clay tablets, stone wall writing, scroll scripts by the offspring descendants of the original indigenous tribes. People with the claim of the DNA for the bloodline lineage, kingsmen, descendants of the many diversity of tribes and clans, for the offspring descendants of the continent. Water with these names for the honoring of our ancient ancestors by the forebearers, ancient divine writings, image creeds, constitution, treaties, conventions of the Northwest Hemisphere. Our ancient ancestors of the indigenous Lenape Nation, Delaware tribes, claims of the Moor people, who are the Indos, Indians, Moroccans, American, allow the foreign kings over the nations, countries of the European tribes and clans to peaceful life among us, and trade and commerce with our indigenous tribes of our divine and ancient land. In closing, 4 things I want to bring to our attention. we as the offsprings, descendants of the future generations of the indigenous tribes, clans, and families who must safeguard our culture, our ports, our waters, and agricultural holdings. We must continue to commit and change the conditions of our indigenous tribes, clans, and families. 3, we help build our communities and claim our manifest our rightful indigenous status with a claim of life and nationality. 4, we must form our spiritual societies, our educational systems to help balance our spirit, our thoughts, habits, actions, and acts as an example to all nations, countries, states of our world. That we, the indigenous people that are guided by the power of the Most High, the great and divine spirit of all celestial worlds. And I leave you with the great words of one of my ancestors, Abbas supported Key, which means he passed through here, Otep.